Welcome to A Haunted Life, the show that gives you an inside look at what it's like to be a haunter. Yeah.
Well, we've been getting a lot of good feedback on the introduction of some of our actors at the haunt, so we're going to go ahead and continue with that. I know you've seen Alex in several of our episodes, and it seemed like he was
forever with his mold.
When you first saw Alex, we were claiming that he was only in the video because it was his birthday. Well, it really was his birthday, but somehow he's managed to work his way into every video since. We're not really sure how he managed to do that. But anyway, he doesn't just do behind-the-scenes work. He is actually one of the actors in our haunt. So I thought we'd go ahead and introduce you to Alex. Alex!
Mike!
So glad you're here. It feels like forever since I've seen you last.
Yep, last week.
Can you tell us a little bit about the character that you play out at the Hunt House?
Well, my character's Meathead. He's a zombie. I mean, he's not your traditional zombie. He's like a Resident Evil zombie. He's very aggressive. But it's a character that Bart created about 3 years ago. I don't really think he intended on anybody really acting in it, but I just kind of took control of it and went from there.
So how long have you actually been working out with us at the Haunt House?
This upcoming season will be my 5th year at the Haunt. And I mean, I've always been an actor up there. I mean, this last year I kind of got involved with the pre-show setup and the post-show takedown and construction, whatnot.
Where did you get an interest in actually doing some of the stuff that you're doing behind the scenes, as far as working on sculpting masks and things like that? Where does all that come from?
It all came about the same time that I decided I wanted to work at a haunted house. I mean, I think I got into haunted houses the same way Bart got into haunted houses. I went to Haunted Verdun Manor and I decided I wanted to work at one. And my mom wouldn't drive me to Terrell every weekend, so she said I had to work at the one in Caddo. So
now he lives up.
Wow!
Yeah.
We're second.
So if his mom had been willing to drive him out to Terrell, he would have been working at Haunted Verdun Manor.
And he wouldn't be a part of the club
right.
at the time.
Is what he's trying to
Is that
say.
an advantage or a disadvantage?
It's a disadvantage. She's missing.
But I like it better here, so.
That's good. That's good. Was this kind of something that you always wanted to do, or something that came kind of later in life?
Well, I've always liked scaring people. Like, I would literally get up in the morning, like during the summer when I didn't have school, and hide under the kitchen table and wait till my mom went to work and jump out and grab her ankles. And it's just something I've always done. And then when I found out that you could do that kind of like a job or like a hobby, I had to, do it.
So I take it you're going to be with us here at the Haunt House probably for several years, or at least for the foreseeable future.
I plan on it until another haunt comes after me, and then I might, work someplace else. It depends.
Well, since we began a few weeks ago with A Haunter's Life, there have been those that have called us crude, unprofessional, and unsophisticated. We would like to take the opportunity to dispel the rumor that we are crude, unprofessional, and unsophisticated, and show you that those of us at A Haunter's Life actually are rather sophisticated. Bartholomew, could you hand me the Grey Poupon?
Why, yes.
Thank you.
Hi. We're here to answer emails. Hi, I'm Billy Bob.
That's me.
You're Billy Joe.
Joe. All right.
We're here to answer stuff on the internet called emails.
That's their interweb.
Yeah, interweb.
Kyle Curtis says, "Can I get a shout out? Yo, LOL."
Yo. Hi.
Hi.
Howdy doody.
Tutti frutti. Daniel Burnett says, "Blammy, episode 8 was great. You have a good point about the tour of the haunt house. Maybe by tour you could show the outside, maybe your makeup and costuming area, just to give people an idea of what it takes to put the show on. That might be better suited for later in the year though, when preparation for the season begins. Just a thought."
That's too damn long.
Hey,
Freaking email.
Crazy.
Golly. Did you use all like one breath when you wrote that?
I think he did.
Anyways, Daniel,
Burnett.
known as Good Game Man.
What's his name?
But anyways, I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you remember when we bought tons, like almost like half of Dallas Scarecrows, yeah, that's still sitting out in the front yard, side yard, actors area, and all that. So we would be showing all that stuff, and then of course Billy Joe tomorrow is going to mow because it's about 3.5 feet high.
I like to
Grass
mow.
are actually really hay because they grew hay out there before we put the haunted house there. So yeah, we won't be showing that anytime soon until we get all that out of there.
Make it look all pretty.
Yeah, we gotta make it look pretty before we put it on film.
John F.
What's that?
It is. What is this?
That's a phone.
Oh.
Okay, anyways,
All right. John F. Worry? So did any of you win something at the Trans World Show party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won 4.
And when showing us an actor, how about a picture in a box on the video of a haunt character?
Well, that's his fault, Billy Jones.
I'm not gonna do it.
Project of the week is actually the project of next week. What we're going to do is we're going to build a crypt. We're going to move some things out of here and actually start constructing a crypt that we're going to use in the backyard of the haunt. We already started sketching it out. I've already went to actually Google Images and started looking up cemeteries, crypts, whatnot. Went to St. Louis #1 to actually find the crypts I want. I got 3 or 4 different kinds and just went off of that. It's just to give you the dimensions. It's going to be 4 feet by 6 feet. It's not your traditional size, but the way we're going to set it up, it's going to look bigger than what it is. Other than that, drew it out. We're all set and ready to go. We just got to get the lumber next week and start hitting it and get it going.
Well, we've had some questions coming to us about character development, how we go about building characters, and how we create characters for the haunt house. For most of us, it's really important that every single character inside the haunt and outside the haunt has, backstories, really a complete and full-fledged character, something that the actor can work on. We don't want to just stick somebody in a mask and say, okay, go over in that room and go, ugh. There's just nothing for the actors for that. What we're going to do is show you the evolution of the character, from the initial talks of the direction we want to go with the character, to Bart, who's going to be playing Uncle Charlie, practicing with the character, and then by the time we get through several episodes, you'll get to see what the character finally ends up being when we're ready to open up the haunt. So you'll get to see start to finish.
So I guess kind of as a start, since we really have a good base of the mask, I mean that can tell us a lot about the character.
Right.
So I mean we can find out a lot of things from just looking at this and figuring out, okay, what's happened to this guy.
Right. Well, I know that, and certainly one of the starts that we want to do is in order to make this a part of the haunt house, we want to find out how this character ties into the haunt.
Got there and why
How
he's
he got
still there.
Right. So, I mean, Bart, do you have some ideas already in mind as far as the direction you want to go with this character?
Yeah, Uncle Charlie here, of course, is an old guy, so he's been around for a while. He wanted to, he's got wounds all over him, so we really want to find out how he got these wounds, why he has them, and this and that. So, I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, so we kind of have some ideas, but we came up with him being a collector of sorts, him going out, and I mean, we got a good story on him so far, but the way he got his wounds, just to go by that, is he's actually a collector for spoils. He actually goes out and finds Malachi, Ringmaster, and all that, and as he's out there trying to find these murderous victims, he's, they try to make him a victim himself, but, he always gets out of it.
So,
I guess you would say.
So how did you get to that point of having that idea and all that?
Me and Mike just started throwing out ideas.
Based on how it
We
looked.
were supposed to do this during filming, but
Yeah, we didn't actually film when we were having the original conversation.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan.
Sorry.
Which would have been, which really would have been perfect because we wanted to make it a little bit more conversational for you to see the actual process. But we did. We basically just looked at the mask. We decided. Excuse me. We looked at the mask, and we had decided on the idea of him being a collector of the characters. So what we did from that point was, okay, then if he was such a good collector, what did he do before he became a collector for Spoiled?
thank
You
For
watching
Hunters,
live
don't
forget
to
subscribe. You just
Oh, it's on.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Don't ever put your hand.
Don't ever test your hand. Don't ever put your hand in front of it and test to see if it's on.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
kind of.
It's on. It's on.
Hey, get the hell up. We're filming.
you.